stand. You want to push your hip, and you don't want to pause. Try not to pause. So kind of once you got here, you pause, and then you release. So you want to make it a full push. But that actually looks good. Good job. Pause a little bit again, but in the back here, we got a lot well. Kind of did, but drug it. So you're gonna up. You wanna go up with this foot and off the heel. Okay? Throwing your upper body with your hip, you want to get the separation of your upper body. So push your hips, and then you can bring it through. Okay? We didn't stop as much as possible, but now you want to push the hips and keep this, work on keeping this arm long, because when you bring it in, it's really, really hard to get the angle that you need. So keep it long, and then, okay? But that was better. You might have a large squat.
Right, some of the things that we talked about, and watch how far he's stretching over the toe board. And remember, this is a 16-pound shot. Okay, it's not 12. Okay. See how far he's getting over the toe board, right? How low he's getting, how much legs he's using. Mackenzie, you normally stand like 47 or so. In line with the toe board, okay? I was just trying to stretch to get to my arm and over here. You're back here once again. I'm pushing the ball to here. Watch how far I can get over the toe board if I reach to there. You're trying to get your shoulder over in line with the toe board and your arm over. So you're stretching over the toe board and then using the toe board to save the throw. If you're not using the toe board, you're not throwing as far as you can. It's pretty simple. With the full throw, I want you to look how far he's getting over his left leg. We talked about that today. His weight will be on the left leg, and watch how fast his right leg is in the rotation with the right leg. And then he's through the line of power, okay? Through the line of power, you'll be ending up on the right side. You're not going to see anything going left. You're behind the ball, behind the implement. Mackenzie was a glider. This time last year she was gliding. She threw about 48 with the glide. We switched her to rotation last March. She goes 50 feet in May, and then is now at 55 with the rotation. Okay, so she switched from glide. Right, guys? Girls? Does that look pretty far? You're looking at one of the best in the world, and in my opinion, a future Olympian right here. Okay? I mean, it's just, that's pretty far. Hey, Bailey. Yeah. It's pretty far for 16 pounds, wouldn't you say? How much legs go into the throw. We talked about in shot the amount of lift that you need to have. Watch how low they land and how far they come up and extending both legs into the ball. It's almost like you're jumping into the ball. Watch how low he gets in the back, how low he is in the front, how he explodes straight up. Straight up. You see that? Still came off wrong.
Yeah, that's right.
Is it hurting your hand?
No, that one didn't hurt. I just like didn't get the lift on it for him.
So if you think you're using your legs, use more. Because I guarantee you're probably not. Okay? Why do we do all those power cleans and all that stuff? Triple extension, right? That's the key to any sport. Baseball, track, football. It's how fast can I extend my ankle, knee, and hip joint, right? Well, what's throwing? Once you get to this position and shot, it's how fast can I get to this position? So that's why we do all that stuff. But if you're not in your legs, you can't do it.
There you go.
Yeah, that and the elbows dropping, but you just go backwards.
Yeah.
Try to extend out. Left arm is better though.
Okay.
Don't hit it. Oh.
So what'd you notice that time?
That
Talked
time?
about this all day. Line of power, right? You just went left at the finish. So why was that? What did he not do that made him go left in the front? Well, we talked about all this. Just the throwers. My group. I know I put on it. Not getting the body weight to the left toe in the back. You have to get so far over that you think you're gonna fall this way. I used to try to stretch my armpit over the kneecap. See what that does? Watch my right leg. When I stretch and my body weight goes to this toe, my right leg comes off the ground for me. I don't have to think about picking up my right leg and moving it. I go all the way to the toe here. This picks up and my balance and weight's on the left foot, on the ball of my left foot. Then once my weight's on the ball of the left foot here, now I can use my right leg to go. Right? Right leg's rotational velocity, left leg's linear. So once I go to this position, stretch and reach, now I can use my right leg to get to that position. So that time, you did what I saw in the discus group a lot, which was pull back this way and use my left side to create rotation. You have to go to the toe and stop. And the right leg's the only thing moving to the middle. All right, a couple more and we're gonna go. Feel like you're gonna fall to the left, all the way over. And then right when you're about to fall, the right leg stops you from falling. That's how far you gotta get over. And automatically she throws further because she worked the corner, right, Mackenzie? She was listening to that whole spiel
That
and
is
it
that is
worked.
time, and it's
Once
making
again,
sure that you're kind of
here's
feeling
our
this
line of
position.
power.
It's kind of harder. It's like
What's the line of
building a
power?
base of strength, so having
It's
it
the
just
line that we're creating
sit
force,
in
putting
position
into
and
the
feel what's
implement.
happening.
It's shot or disc.
Such a
Where's
strength.
your release point in the
Helps out
shot?
with that. But feeling like you're
Right there,
coming,
right? Where's your release
ground
point in the
doesn't come to
discus?
you.
Right there, right?
the right goes up, and you come to.
So I need to generate power down
So you
this
have to be
line. If
patient
anything
for when
goes
you
on
use
this
that.
side of the
Yeah.
line,
And the right
so
leg
it's
has
like
to
the line's right here, 25, 75% of the ring. Go over 75, there's your line. If anything falls this way, you're splitting forces. That means less momentum's going into the implement, which obviously means less distance. So if I get all the way over onto this toe and stretch and work the corner over here, then I'm on this foot and down the line of power. If I don't get on this toe and I fall this way and turn, anyone seen that throw before? How about every day at practice, right? I'm falling this way and trying to throw an implement that the release point's over here on the right. I'm doing this. I'm never gonna throw far, so you have to exaggerate the movement. You're gonna be on that foot so far. My best throws, no kidding, I felt like I was gonna fall on my face right here. That's when I knew I really hit it right. I was so far over, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna fall, and then my right leg sweeps to the middle and stops me from falling. Make sense? All the way over here, so that I'm down that line of power over here. I'm putting everything I have into the implement. Okay, go ahead. Automatically better. Okay? That was a lot better, dude. Yeah. Alright, last one. Nice job. Yeah. Good job. All the way over here, so that I'm down that line of power over here. I'm putting everything I have into the implement. Okay, go ahead. Automatic. No, you can just go into pulls. You guys on pulls?
I mean, we've done a little of both, so yeah.
You guys want to see some stands or just go to fulls? There you go. Once again, notice the left side block in the back. Notice the left foot. Notice how he continues the turn. And how long his arms are. Watch how long the arms are. Notice how he continues the turn and how long his arms are. Watch how long the arms are. Turning. We talked about that in the disc and how her heel when she finishes is all the way out. Ooh, that was good. It's a nice throw, Jessica. Her heel was so far out and she was so right-sided that she fell to the right. Fine. She's been working on the right foot and see how far she was leaning into the discus and how far this heel was out? That's what you want. Okay? If you're not behind the implement, that's the number one thing you're going to get at this camp. We're left-sided throwers. We got to do everything with the left side. And we got to be behind the implement. We can't split forces. If you go left in the front or in the back, you're done. It doesn't work. And that's the most common mistake. All right, here we go, Bailey. Bailey's been throwing around 200 already and track hasn't even started yet. See what I'm saying? Guys? Like that one? That's not bad. Bailey, that's the best throw I've ever seen. Yeah, that was pretty big. So once again, he's one of the best high school throwers, obviously, in the country. See how he lands in the power position? Right, we're creating momentum and landing in the power position so we can then Take that out of momentum and put it into the impact. Because that's a better position for most people, right? I'm standing right in front of you now. Sorry. All right, here we go, Justin. Come on, stay back on it. Stay on the right leg so you can get it up. Head and chest back at the finish. That's a little bit better. Nice. Missed that one. Does everyone see how low he is in his legs? Back and front. Okay? See how he does the turn, lands, and sticks the finish. We talked about that in discus. We're gymnasts. In order to find your balance, I want to see you stick the finish like that and hold it. If you can't hold that position like that, don't start throwing because you're not balanced yet. I got to be able to land and stick the finish like a gymnast and get the perfect 10 score. Then I can start rotating and finish the throw. David's still throwing too, huh? All right, Bailey, you want to do another one?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Same thing. Why were those last two throws like that? Justin and Bailey's. Going to the left side too early. Make sense? Going to the left side early in the back, going to the left side early in the front. All right? We got to get on the toe. We got to get over out of the back. That fall sensation. We talked about that. Then in the front, instead of staying and stretching, right? They're getting to here and turning as they move to the left leg. We got to hold that stretch. Consistency, right? Your muscle fibers are like this. If I stretch it, they're going to fire the same way almost every time, right? If I use the muscles to do things, you're inconsistent. So if you stretch the muscles and they release, it's like the rubber band. You stretch it, it's going to release almost the same way every time.
Hey, heads up.
Try to get the disc to the left sector by staying back and hitting it. Yes, then. Just like we were going to relays last year.
Nope.
Still pretty far for how low that was, right? Once again, he's not staying back on the right leg. We talked about that in discus, right? Usain Bolt, the beginning. If you stay back on this leg and rotate, look what I'm creating, a 45-degree release angle. If I transfer to the left side too early, where am I at? My arms are parallel to the ground. Guess what that discus was? Low, parallel to the ground. Comes out right here. Man, I can't seem to get my discus up in the air. That's because you're transferring to the left leg too early. If you rotate on the right, you're going to create the 45-degree angle. It goes up every time. That's better. Yeah, there you go. Nice job. Now he stays back, gets these muscles to stretch, and the rubber band fires in the same plane as you need it to. That's consistency, okay? When you're looking for consistent throws, you have to get into these stretched positions. That's what creates consistency. If you're using your muscles or your right arm to throw far, this dynamic, this movement, these angles can change every time. If I stretch the rubber bands and release them, it goes into the same position. All right, last one here. Last one here, okay?
Heads up.
Stay down and turn, Justin. There you go. Nice job. Look at that. Okay, we can talk about that a little bit later in the disc. So you can see the difference between the two. Watch her right leg, how it never stops turning. We talked about that in the disc, and how her heel when she finishes is all the way out. Ooh, that was good. See how he lands in the power position? Right, we're creating momentum and landing in the power position so we can then take that added momentum and put it into the implement. If we don't land in that position, just do a stand throw, because that's a better position. For most people, right? I'm standing right in front of you, man. Sorry. It's okay. All right, here we go, Justin. Come on, stay back on it. Stay on the right leg so you can get it up. Head and chest back at the finish. That's a little bit better. Nice. Missed that one. Does everyone see how low he is in his legs? Mm-hmm. Back and front. Okay. One of the biggest things I do with every kid that I coach is I say, and we did this out there. You're going to be in a 4-foot room, and you're never gonna. If you go up, you're going to hit your head. So my whole throw is down in here to start. And then we learn that for a couple weeks of staying down. Bend the knees. Why do we do all that lifting? Why did I power clean 440? For fun? It was fun. But I did it so when I land here, I can triple extend into the implement. Or in the back of the ring, when I'm creating the rotation with the right leg and the left leg's essentially jumping to the front, that's a triple extension as well. It's all about speed, right? There you go. You see how he does the turn, lands, and sticks the finish. We talked about that in discus. We're gymnasts. In order to find your balance, I want to see you stick the finish like that and hold it. If you can't hold that position like that, don't start throwing, because you're not balanced yet. I got to be able to land and stick the finish like a gymnast and get the perfect 10 score. Then I can start rotating and finish the throw. Well, David's still throwing too, huh? All right, Bailey, you want to do another one? Yeah, sure. All right. All right, we got to get on the toe. We got to get over out of the back, that fall sensation. We talked about that. Then in the front, instead of staying and stretching, right? They're getting to here and turning as they move to the left leg. We got to hold that stretch. Consistency, right? Your muscle fibers are like this. If I stretch it, they're going to fire the same way almost every time, right? If I use the muscles to do things, you're inconsistent. So if you stretch the muscles and they release, it's like the rubber band. You stretch it, it's going to release almost the same way every time.
Hey, heads up.
Try to get the disc to the left sector by staying back and hitting it, Justin. Just like Oregon Relays last year.
Oh.
Still pretty far for how low that was, right? Once again, he's not staying back on the right leg. We talked about that in discus, right? You're saying Bolt at the beginning? Mm-hmm. If you stay back on this leg and rotate, look what I'm creating, a 45-degree release angle. If I transfer to the left side too early, where am I at? My arms are parallel to the ground. Guess what that discus was? Low, parallel to the ground. Comes out right here. Man, I can't seem to get my discus up in the air. That's because you're transferring to the left leg too early. If you rotate on the right, you're going to create the 45-degree angle. It goes up every time. That's better. Yeah, there you go. Nice job. Now he stays back, gets these muscles to stretch, and the rubber band fires in the same plane as you need it to. That's consistency, okay? When you're looking for consistent throws, you have to get into these stretched positions. That's what creates consistency. If you're using your muscles or your right arm to throw far, this dynamic, this movement, these angles can change every time. If I stretch the rubber bands and release them, it goes into the same position. All right, last one here.
Yep.
Last one here, okay?
What's up?
Stay down and turn, Justin. There you go. Nice job. Look at that. Hey, sometimes you don't have the greatest day, but you have to fight every time for those positions. Don't just go to practice and throw. Go to practice and really think about what you're doing. When I was practicing, every throw was an opportunity to get better. And I was doing like 8,000 to 10,000 throws, full throws a year. I do 2 sessions a day, sometimes. Now granted, that was my full-time job. I didn't work, I trained. That was my job, was throwing the discus. So I had 8 hours to train, and that's what I did. But every throw is an opportunity to get better. Don't just go into the ring and write. Some coaches, hey, raise your hand if you got 20 throwers in one ring. It gets pretty hard. So you're doing drills on the side, you're thinking about it, you're not standing in line, talking to your friends, right? So-and-so talked to me at lunch, you know, things like that. You're thinking about each throw, you're thinking about what you have to do. Start a journal. I have 17 journals, 17 years. I can pull them out. What I did at practice, what it felt like, big stars on the page. Hey, I had a breakthrough today. This is what worked, this cue really worked for me. Write that stuff down. And when you're in a funk, right? Or you're in a position where you're not improving, how many people have, one day you're throwing lights out and then for the next 2 weeks you just can't muster a good throw and you don't know why? All of us, right? That's when you pull out the journal and you say, man, what was I working on 4 years ago or 3 years ago or last year? And you go, man, remember that one meet I had 6 straight PRs? Well, what was I doing? If you don't have that stuff written down, you're not gonna know. Write it down, start a journal. It's $3 for a notebook, and you can probably get the pen for free. And write down every day. It takes 5 minutes at the end of your practice. You go home, you eat dinner, sit down, 5 minutes. This is what I did. This is what it felt like. This is how many throws I took. Right? I used to document what I would eat and if it upset my stomach or what it felt like. So when I would go to a major meet like the Olympics, I started to get a little crazy about things because there's so much on the line. When you're representing your country and it's once every 4 years, you make sure that what you're doing for the 6 months, 8 months, a year prior to that is perfect. And you need to have a plan. You don't just throw to throw. You need to have a plan. Okay? Start some journals. Write down what you're doing. And especially at the end of this camp, this is a lot of information. I've been talking up here, right? Tomorrow my voice is gone. And every time I'm accused, talking, write this stuff down. Don't start Monday and go back to just throwing to throw. Get better on every throw. Really think about what you're doing. And if there's 20 people in line, go off to the side and do drills, do dry runs. Think about it, okay? All right. We have, obviously, shot putters here. Discus head to the U-Haul. Make sure and grab everything. Over there, we're going to be really deep in our legs. So I like to think that once I'm in this position of just doing a back squat, straight down, bend both knees. You don't want this back knee to be straight. I see this a lot of times. That's not the right position. So straight down, we're gonna have the weight on the right leg. So far over that I can lift this leg and I don't have to transfer. We talked about being on the left foot with the full throw out of the back, remember the fall? I want you to feel like you're gonna fall this way. That's how far you're on the right. That's how far you're on this right leg. Over here, see this? That far. Then from this position, eyes up, I want both arms long, right? We talked about this all day. Both arms are as long as possible. Chest out, arms long. I'm gonna see everyone doing this all day. Remember, this is your best balance. And when you guys first start throwing, you have to be in this position. As soon as I start doing this, look what happens. Right here the whole time, okay? So I want to see arms long all day, every drill, everything we're doing. I want chest out, arms long, everything that we're doing today. Everything, fulls, everything. Once we're in that position, we're gonna do what? Turn the left heel first. Cowboy position, right? Cowboy's riding the horse like this, right? This is the position right here. I'm gonna stretch this adductor gets stretched so then it closes faster. That's how we get the right side moving. We're not turning the right leg, it moves for us if we do it properly. Once again, I can turn the right leg like this. That's using these muscles to turn that leg. Or I can turn this foot first to get the stretch, and it's that much faster. Okay? Left heel in, knees go out, we call that the cowboy position. Then the right leg's gonna turn. Now, just like I said, we have to stay back on that right leg as long as possible. Right? Go ahead and line up, squat down. Good. Over the right leg. You feel it in this quad here. If your legs do not hurt at the end of a throwing practice, my legs just shake at the conclusion of practice. You're not using your legs enough. Good. Arms long, eyes up. Go ahead and pick up that back leg. Look at that position, right? Go down about another 4 inches. Yes. All right. Now, here's the key. Turn that left heel in. Feel the knee spread right there. Feel that stretch. You have to stay back on this right leg, like the disc is pulling him this way. That's what it should feel like. See that big circle? Then you push to the left leg. Exactly. It's the last 20%. We're gonna see this a lot. You're gonna get to here and you're gonna go. Okay? What does staying back on the right leg create? The big circle like I just showed you, but then also the release angle. If I'm back here, I'm gonna be in this position. The disc is gonna go right where my left hand is. Okay? Plus I'm stretching quads, hip flexors, core, and pec. So when I go to the left toe, guess what releases? My rubber bands. We're stretching the rubber band and releasing it. We don't stay back on the right leg. No big circle, no release angle, no stretch, which equals no distance. Make sense? Okay. Go ahead and get in your groups. We're going to start off working on exactly what we talked about. I'm going to start with these two rings right here. Where's Justin? Right here, right here. All right. Is Jessica here yet?
She's sitting over there in the shop.
Oh, okay. Let's go ahead. Yeah. What it should feel like. See that big circle? Then you push to the left leg. Exactly. It's the last 20%. We're going to see this a lot. You're going to get to here and you're going to go. Okay? What does staying back on the right leg create? The big circle like I just showed you, but then also the release angle. If I'm back here, I'm going to be in this position. The disc is going to go right where my left hand is. Okay? Plus I'm stretching quads, hip flexors, core, and pec. So when I go to the left toe, guess what releases? My rubber bands. We're stretching the rubber band and releasing it. We don't stay back on the right leg. No big circle, no release angle, no stretch, which equals no distance. Make sense? Okay. Go ahead and get in your groups. We're going to do everyone should be watching each time. That's good, but I want that heel all the way out. Let's see if you can do it. See how it stops right there? Stop in your circle. All right, here we go, young lady. Ready? Are those nice new shoes?
More time when you're right.
kidding? You just keep your slate. You're still pristine and clean.
Well, maybe it's
It's good.
right?
All right, here we go. Hey, remember last time? You were here? I want. All right, here we go.
That's pretty good. I think you even load
That's why we have those cages. Isn't it? The best part is you don't have to go get it.
Be loaded right here, so it stretches the line, and then as his left heel goes in, the right heel starts to go out.
Okay, come on, once you get to that position, you go left heel, right heel. There you go. But the arm shortened. Did everyone see that? She pulled up the elbow. So she's in this nice long position now, and her first movement was here. Right? So we need our arms long, and they need to be long here, here, and they need to continue to right there. So if we're going to put those arms in that long position, keep them there as long as you can. All right? Who's up next? Seahawk Power? Nope, we got my favorite team on earth, the Seattle Seahawks. And linear velocity with the left, rotational velocity, linear velocity. So I have to be able to create circles with my right leg, create circles with my right leg. See how that right leg moves and creates a circle? That's creating the rotation. Now the linear velocity, or getting across the ring, is created with the left leg. So as I'm going, I'm going to create rotation with this leg, and I'm going to be pushing in the direction of the throw with my left leg. Essentially jumping in the air with my left leg. Why do I want to be in the air for a certain amount of time? They call that the flight phase. Why do I want a flight phase?
Lower body to catch up.
Why don't I just have my feet on the ground and just step? Watch my feet. Right? When I'm in the air, there's no friction. I can turn faster. I'm in the air turning, no friction. Right? The longer my feet are on the concrete, I'm going to be slowing down. Okay, so I want to have a flight phase. So once I'm in this position and I'm creating rotation with my right leg, then I'm going to jump in the air out the left. So it's right leg, left leg. And I'm going to say it for you when I do it. It's right leg, left leg. Everyone see that? I'm essentially almost trying to land in the power position. Turn in the air and land in the power position. Almost. So, one of the things you can look at, coaches, is where is the right foot landing in the middle. So I'm throwing this way, right? If your athlete's toe is pointing here when they land, that means that foot has to turn. Friction, 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 friction. A lot of friction, right? If this toe lands, and my best throws would land at 12 o'clock. So in the air, I would turn so far that my right foot would be pointing here. Now think about this, here compared to here. I don't know, 90 degrees? Yeah. Okay, if I'm at 12, then once I land, I only have to turn to there. Less friction, right? So, the right leg creates the rotation, the left leg is creating the linear velocity or the jump in the air, the flight phase, so I can turn and land, hopefully at 12 o'clock in that power position, okay? That being said, I can't have any energy going this way. I gotta be down the line of power. So how do I stay down the line of power? I have to get my whole body weight on the ball of my left foot. And the block in the back, yes. So, once I wind up, if I don't get over on this toe and I'm right here, I'm gonna be falling this way. If I get on this toe, watch what happens. Balance, positioning, and the right leg comes off the ground for me. If I reach over to my left toe, I'm going right down the line of power. My balance is right here. Once I reach, and like I said earlier, I always felt like I was falling. I was gonna fall on my face right here. And I was reaching with my armpit. So my armpit was trying to reach over my kneecap. See this reach? I'm trying to, if I draw a line, it's past my kneecap. You guys would get to right here. I can't draw the line past my kneecap, right? So I have to reach with my armpit to here and get my whole body weight on this left ball. ball my foot. Then the right leg creates the rotation. Rotation velocity, left leg jump linear, right? Once you're at that point, it's right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg. Right leg sweep, left leg push and jump, okay? That being said, we're gonna talk about, where's the first block I'm throwing? Or I'm gonna trick you, where's the second block I'm throwing? That's the front, right? What's the block? Somebody just show me the block. The release one, second one. Yeah, right, we've been talking about that all day with the stand throw. How I want both arms long, block, to put the energy into the right. We block and stop the left side so that the energy goes into the right, okay? That's the second one. Where's the first one? In the back of the ring. Left foot. Exactly. We're gonna get all the weight on the left toe. We're gonna feel like we're falling over here. Then we're gonna stop the left side. And when I mean stop, I mean left toe, left knee, hip, arm, eyes. Everything stops right here. You know your sector lines? Right? You got a right sector line, left sector line, the sector lines of the discus ring. I want you to stop at the right sector line. Watch my toe, only watch my toe on this throw. And I want you to watch when it comes off the ground. My left toe, when it comes off the ground. Where was it pointing? Right towards you. Watch my left toe again. Where's my power? Where the left toe comes off the ground. So coaches, when you video your athletes, wherever that left toe is pointing when it comes off the ground, that's their line of power. That's why you see so many people fall to the left, right? We see this all the time. An athlete throws their left arm, right? They're releasing over here, their energy is going this way, they're splitting forces. This is the number one thing. So now watch my left foot. Tell me where it stops. Down the line of power, right? I'm leaning into the distance and almost falling this way when I throw, right? Where did it stop? Okay. So I'm creating a wall here. Here's the wall. I'm stopping. Toe, knee, arm, head. Stop. The only thing moving to the middle of the ring is my right leg. That's creating the rotation, right? Then once my leg and knee drives to the middle, I'm going to jump off this leg. Make sense? So it's all legs. I was talking to one of the athletes back here and I said when I finished my training session, my legs were shaking. Now some days I do 100 fulls in a day, which don't do, okay? So I was doing more volume, I guess, but it was a lot, okay? You should feel it and you should get sore, right? You can do squats and get sore. You should get sore from throwing here. If you're getting sore here, you're using your arm. I want this to be sore, okay? So today what we're gonna work on, you're gonna wind up, and initially, you're gonna get the armpit over to the kneecap and try to feel like you're going this way. See that? See how my foot's still blocking? You're gonna feel that position. Armpit over the kneecap, and I want your whole body weight on the ball of your left foot. Right here. Then, we're gonna block, and you're gonna feel the right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg. And that's what we're learning today. We've done the stand, we've done the step turn. You know what to do with the stand now. We've hit that all day. Now, it's gonna be body weight to the left toe, left side block, right leg, left leg. And first and foremost, we're not gonna throw, we're gonna be sticking the landing. So, we need to make sure arms are long, and I just simply want to see you get to this position, reach, stop, right there, just stop. And if you can do that, now it's time to throw, okay? Then, we're gonna be doing the same thing as the step turn. If we can stick the landing, then keep that right foot turning and do everything like we just learned with the stand. Make sense? Once again, you're gonna have to reach far over your left foot. It's gonna have to be more than you think. Like you're gonna be like, oh, I reached. Watch this again. Watch how far I'm gonna reach. I'm reaching, I'm getting this armpit over my kneecap and trying to almost grab the fence on the inside here, where you guys are throwing. Wind up. See that? See how far that reach was? Okay? Gotta get over today. Arms long, left side block, coaches, make sure and watch that. And then once we get comfortable in the back, it's attacking the throw, right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg, rotation, linear. Rotation, jump, right? And we need the right leg to create power. This is rotation, right? Make sense? That right leg's moving. All right? Everyone got that? All right, coaches switch groups. I'll be at the end now. Yeah. You gotta do like what Caleb's working on too. Get in there. Wind up. Okay, so I'm gonna
Do a good job when you get into that squat position. You're gonna, I think you might even.
the reason he's going left is he's not really over the right all the way.
Okay, right
Flip
here,
that back leg.
and long arm,
Get it
right?
transfer just a little bit. Test
Long
it out.
arm, even longer.
Get down a little bit more. Right there. Bend that back.
That's how long your arms work.
Find out. It's just like
Good. Eyes up. Now, as you rotate, not peel in.
That's something that we work on
I
all
want
the
to see how
time.
the discus feels like it's pulling you back here. So
Anytime
I'm
you
turning the
really
other foot.
start to
Yep.
get
See how the
loaded up,
discus is pulling
I
you?
do this all the time. Bro. I'll get right here. I'll load up.
That's a stretching routine.
and then she'd be like, oh,
Right?
Didn't I just give you a stretch?
introduce me to your
And I can
friends.
feel that.
Yeah.
It's hard.
I
All the
Kelly's
time.
gonna
I
go
work on
through
it
the
all
same
the time.
thing because when
It still does that.
very inflexible.
Who's up next?
Right
Right foot is always turning, remember? You got to get to this position, stop, and then throw out power. What's the point of spinning if I'm going to stop right now?
No, and then you can
Right?
go.
I did that in my glide shot all the time. I'd glide back, and then I'd stop, and then I'd throw. And then I'd just
So stay
right
on
foot
the
is
front.
always spinning. That's the
Don't
whole point
stand
of
up
our
or go
rotation.
to the
The whole
left.
point of rotation is generating momentum. What happens when I stop? There's no more momentum.
Scoot.
I didn't even take physics.
So see where you are right now? Do you see where you landed? Right here? So you're
Good.
really blocked off. So making sure you land in your power position. Okay, so do another one.
It's a pretty advanced throw. There's different things. I tell one of these guys something. It's not going to apply to you the same.
Yeah,
Right?
that was good. It was back here. When you throw, when you threw, it was here. Yeah, so
One
just
thing that I heard Jared tell me 3 years ago, but still
does anyone
All right.
got to stay neutral. My spine
there?
is neutral.
And then I'm gonna.
Okay, but stick that landing, right? Kind of the same thing that he was doing. Look, be able to look and point back here when you land. Almost. Switch your arms. Yeah, there you go. Try it again.
Still trying to throw. Here,
That's better. You see how much time it takes? Like each one's gotten better though. As they keep turning, at first you were right here, then you were right here, but your arms were here, right? And now you're slowly starting to get your arms around. Now, be able to look and point this way, which means you're going to need to know your awareness, right? And you're going to slow down a little bit so you can look and point this way. Try it again.
job. Remember,
Yeah. There you go. Try it again. Remember, sometimes you gotta... Good job. All right, want to get better. Those legs, all right? Exactly. Trying to do that. Exactly. Feel that right there. All right. That's what you want.
So
Okay, here we go, young lady. Ready?
I would, this is kind of your position right now.
Yes.
I would try and get a little bit
Hey,
wider
did everyone see that?
and deeper and be more.
That was what I call money in the bank. And we all want some of that, don't we? Get in that position again.
Good job, sweetie.
Now,
Something like that.
bend this back leg a little bit. Yeah. See how that puts more pressure on the right quad? Now go ahead and get in that position again. Now watch this. She thinks her arms are long, right? Watch this. Everyone see that? We think our arms are straight, but they got another 3-4 inches on each. So it's not just arms. Watch my arms. I can put my arms here, but watch my shoulders. So I want chest, shoulders. I call it ropes and horses. There's a rope around this wrist, rope here, and 2 horses are pulling each way. And I'm okay?
Up here.
Ropes and horses. Let's see it again. Now do it yourself.
Stay back and turn.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Those arms just grew. And when the arms are longer, guess what? You feel further. Right, getting there again.
Just mind your way. No, you're good.
Now your first movement's going to be left heel in. Feel how that stretch more here. Okay. Knees apart.
That's pretty good.
Yep. And stay back. See how this is pulling you around?
I think you too, though.
Yeah.
Caleb, I think you can
That's
stay
pretty
back there
good.
a little longer.
Okay. Right. Who's next? Good job.
Kind of looks.
Give me some knuckles, sweetie. Good job.